Yeah, Dolly Phillips there telling us that we are stronger than we think, and talking about what this exercise does. It motivates you. You know, the breathing exercise I started doing a few weeks ago, and it's really, really helping to calm me down. It's an excellent way to get up in the morning. Yeah. All right, and midway when you are a bit stressed, just take some time out. And 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, breathing in and out, and it's a whole lot of difference. Okay, we're still on the show today with John and Helen, and we are about to meet our very first guest. When I ran into something she wrote, it captured my attention, and she said that the original financial controllers are the women. And I'm like, how? For God's sake, how? Where are they? How much are they contributing to, you know, the economy of the nation and the world? But she's here and she will tell us why she thinks that is. All right, our first guest is Usin.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and she's a business growth. The topic that we have picked for her to look at is business growth for female entrepreneurs, and she's the founder, Women in Export Trade and Investment. Over 25 years work experience in the female industry, financial industry, majorly working with women. She loves working with women because of the huge potential that she thinks women have. I won't take more time. Let's quickly meet her and get to hear what she has to say. Welcome to the studios of Plus TV.
Thank you so much. My pleasure to be here. I'm quite honored to be on set with you. Looking at what you just said, women are the first controllers of money. If you go through memory lane, when culture, society tried to make women the homemaker, basically what they were doing was saying, okay, we keep you at home to manage the finances for the home. While the man is out there running around trying to make ends meet, trying to provide the money, the woman is the one that sits at home to manage how the money is spent. And now in today's world, given all of the resources that life has given us, the internet, online access, people can sit anywhere. We now have things like remote working in our vocabularies. People can sit anywhere and work. You can literally sit in your bedroom, on your bed, morning to night, even though it's not advisable to sit down throughout, like we could see in that exercise. You know, but you can actually make a lot of money these days sitting at home, being your homemaker, and also be productive in the economy. Women are dominating and taking that space. You'll be amazed at a lot of things that women can do.
Has the role been swapped? You know, like you said, originally, sit at home, manage the finance. Are we still managing the finance, or we're now?
We're managing the finance still.
You know, we're also now contributing.
You know, this thing they say,
home the finance.
Your money is our money and my money is my money. But you know, we are still doing the good work of managing the finances of the home, but at this time we are doing it even more better. You know, much better. And women are beginning to go into spaces where people initially would say, oh, these are masculine spaces. You know, spaces like the engineering field, oil and gas. We now have women on the rig. We now have women getting into the STEM. There are a lot of encouragement for women, young girls to go into STEM, because research says that when women go into those things, they actually do better. You know, in the financial industry where I was before, and I still am somehow, you know, it's said that women, when you give a woman a loan, you're sure of repayments. Because she's committed to her activity. She's committed to her name. She is that homemaker. She knows how to manage finance. When we give her money in trust, she wants to ensure that she produces something with it and be able to account for the money. You know, and so women are doing a lot in the space of business. In today's world, I can say a lot about what women can do in business.
Okay, so yes, I want to ask about running a profitable business, because what you're talking about it now, it seems also like, oh, because women are supposed to be natural homemakers, they're going to be just naturally profitable at business. I don't find this to be particularly true. So what are the, should I say, basic things that women should know in running a business? Because one of the reasons why I ask this question is I find that the women that we call the local uneducated or illiterate women are able to successfully run businesses. You see like an Isaleko woman that runs like a provision store or a lace store. Over the years, her children are able to take over. You know, she's just some quiet billionaire somewhere. You probably just only know maybe from if you ever meet her with her rings or something. Not like she's living a flashy lifestyle. But you find that women like, you know, myself, who have gone to school, who have all these fancy degrees, cannot successfully, you know, run a business. So what are the, should I say, challenges, or why is this so?
First of all, I would encourage every lady that works, that has a corporate work,
9 to 5 job, yes.
9 to 5, to have something they do besides working in the corporate world. I personally, I believe that the corporate world is to train you, is to give you some additional advantage that you can then use to impact the world out there. No corporate job is meant to keep you, you know, working till you get to your 60s and then retire. Don't do that to yourself. There's so much as a woman that you can give into the society. Like you mentioned, the woman on the street that is running a provision store, she would run that store successfully. She would use it to train her children, feed the home, send the children to school. She will use it to buy a sherby. When it is party time, you see her appear and you'll be wondering, is that a lady I know on the street? Why? Because she has come to know that economic activities, she may not know the word economic activities, but she knows that those activities turn around her money for her. And she's, you know, passionate towards doing them. She's committed to them. You know, when we do 9 to 5 kind of life, it's good. We're committed to our job. We come up with a lot of productivity. But then the woman on the street, that's all she has. There's no other option. For a woman, it's like a woman that wants to take care of a child. There's no option. If a woman's child is sick, she'll sell her clothes to take care of her. That's how the woman on the street does her business.
Okay.
There is no option. She doesn't see it like, today I don't want to go to work. You pick the phone and, hello, good morning now. You're calling your supervisor and, you know, saying, I'm feeling like this. The woman on the street will feel like that and still go to her shop. So I think it's a difference of commitment and how the risk is perceived. The woman on the street does not think she has an option, does not think she has an alternative. So she's there running night, day, night. Come sun, come rain, she's there. The woman that goes to work, probably motivated and, you know, passionate, but when there are situations, she feels we should understand. And indeed, we should understand. But women deal differently. And we that did the 9 to 5 were coming to quickly realize that passion that woman had there, I should have it in running my business. So whether I'm doing the 9 to 5 or I'm working from home, I want to be able to wake up. When I say my resumption time, whether I'm working from home is 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I'm out of my bed and I'm by my laptop or whatever gadgets I use. I am sitting there and I'm doing my work. You know, and you give yourself the breather of breaks. You know, you're more organized. Women are more getting into that space. We're more organized. We don't need supervisors to tell us what to do no more.
Okay. All right. We're just in the month of April, and in March, everybody celebrated women. It was all about women. And a lot of corporate organizations, I observed, were about this inclusiveness. You know, there were projects here and programs here and funding this project for women and all of that. Talk to me about it. It's once in a year. How effective is that? How does that get the woman, you know, to where she should be in order for her to contribute to the economy of the nation?
I think it's the awakening that's happening. The awakening that is happening is the awareness that is happening. A lot of people are getting to understand that women, that statistics that you have 50% of the population are women or so. Is it 50 or thereabouts? I think we said Nigeria, we have about 60 million women are women, and you cannot ignore that population size. You cannot anymore. In those days, things were happening, people are living their lives, but today we're all waking up to the fact that there's this population we need to empower to do more in their space. And given all the credence that have been given to women, women are more loyal, they are more consistent, more committed, you know, they pay back their money. Given all of those credence, you want to ensure that you empower that person that can do more, that can pay back, that can add more to the society. So I guess a lot of organizations are now looking for that day where they can actually sound the alarm to their female staff, to their women community, to their women customers and clients. You know, I guess that's the reason for that day. However, I would like to encourage every woman out there that don't let it end on that day. Don't live in the euphoria of that day and say, oh, it's Women's Day, I take a holiday. No, don't. If anything, I take that day to celebrate my achievements.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Women's Day, so I want to see something that I would celebrate. In my group, I have organizations for women, and I work with a coalition of women organizations in Nigeria. We take the day to look at what we have done. In the last couple of months, what have you achieved? You know, how better are you from the last celebration till date? Okay. What have you done differently? So it's not just to cut ribbons and, you know, do some nice shows, events, which is also good.
Yeah.
But you need to take appraisal of yourself as a woman on that day and see how you are impacting the world. How are you getting included? Yeah. You know, that word inclusive is very, very broad. We don't want to go into it. We will not finish today.
Okay, so I also wanted to just, should I say, like a word of encouragement for women who have like self-doubt. So they are fantastic, brilliant women who still have like a lot of imposter syndrome, and they can't, you know, set forth. People are there telling them, okay, you can do this business. Oh, you speak very well, you write very well, you do this very well. It comes to you naturally, but they are just very self-limiting and unable to set out. Okay,
so I would say that I would answer that in a light. Again, given what I do, encouraging women to go into export, particularly, specifically, it's not a popular area.
Yes.
And we picked up that niche, and we decided that, okay, it is said that 75% of those involved in the agricultural supply chain are women. 75%,
very true,
at least, are women. And now that a nation like ours is deliberately trying to divert from oil export into non-oil export, it then makes sense to say, okay, this 75% of people involved, we need to bring them on board. That's what we're doing. And so one of the bottlenecks we have met is, you meet a lady, she's interested in export. Oh, this word export is nice. And then she comes and she's wondering, oh, there's so many regulatory issues to face. There are so many, you know, certification, registration, and she feels overwhelmed. And we tell her, no, just stay. Just collaborate with us. I encourage every woman out there to collaborate.
Okay.
Look out for a group, for organization, a women's thing to get involved in, to work with, and you will be amazed how much progress you would make if you are able to open yourself up for collaboration. Because the women organizations out there, a lot of them know what you're doing, they're structured, they train you. You are able to find good networks that can hand carry you to achieve that you need to achieve. And we have women that has testimonies with us already.
You know, because that question actually was leading me to the barriers, you know, that exist, hindering women from actualizing themselves. What are the few barriers, the key barriers that you have identified, you know, since working with women?
So one of the things, women tend to see themselves, there's still this unconscious thing of, I am the one that should be at home. It's
in
there.
2023?
Yes. And I dare to say, even for most of our educated ones as well.
Wow.
They still feel that way. So when you pushing, you have to do a lot of pushing when you work with women. Not because they don't know what to do, but because there's this natural thing of saying they are always the alternative. They don't see themselves as the one that should be in front. Why should I be in front? Why should I buy a land in my name? It's a taboo. Not because society, I tell people, not because society says so, but because the women themselves have come up with that mindset that I have to be. People interpret that as helpmate. I have to be on the side. Not necessarily.
Okay.
Be bold. That's
what
one.
else?
What else? Another thing that's, again, when they come into the society to also have their way. Society, for instance, I'd use, you go to a bank as a woman and you want to have a conversation with an account manager. And the first reaction is always, I'll get back to you. They throw it at you without thinking.
Wow.
For a man, they will come and say, oh, girl, how can I help you?
Okay.
It's something I know. That's my space. I've been there and I'm still there somehow. But what I train women to do is to say, look, push for it. Call the person's attention back and say, excuse me, I want to have a conversation. Do you mind? Can we have a conversation? And then women, when the bank speaks to a man and says, we cannot give you this facility, they make it so graceful. For a woman to just tell you, they give you all the reasons why first. So you are met with that bottleneck.
Yeah.
And most women just turn back. I tell my women president, why? Why do you turn back?
Okay.
If you think you should get that facility, go and question it. Push for it. Ask. What documents do you need? I like to work towards it. I can't get it today. I'll get it in 3 months' time.
Sadly, all our time is spent for this segment.
Wow.
But definitely, we have to have you again. We have to have you back again. So thank you.
Start on time.
Thank you so much for your time.
I know.
We hope you can join us again very soon.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the work you do with women. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking real estate with Benga Fashola. Stay with us.